Hi, Cheryl Patterson here. In this blog, Social Issues, Getting to the Heart of What Matters, I want to talk to you about Bill Cosby. What the hell? 23 women have come forth so far, according to CTV News on Monday, with allegations of being drugged and raped by actor and comedian Bill Cosby. He's just not being held accountable for his actions in spite of more people and more information coming forth. Including a 2005 civil lawsuit issued by 13 people at the time. Somehow he's still not being held accountable. According to USA Today, a previous NBC entertainment employee, Frank Scotty, 90, indicated he regularly brought young women to Cosby's dressing room in Brooklyn and was asked to send money to multiple women over the years. And he wasn't sure what was going on behind closed doors, he said, as he was sending this money. He wasn't sure why he was sending thousands of dollars every month to women, but he has an idea now. In an interview, Scotty adds, "I felt like a pimp." He had somebody, always had women he had to watch, and he said, "I had the girls stay there waiting, and I felt dirty, just felt dirty, you know. He's not the person I thought he was," referring to Cosby. In NBC Today on Monday, he said this. Cosby also admitted to having an affair with one of the women who came forth for the second time, saying he did the same with her, according to Daily Mail. They indicate Cosby admitted having sex with her, Sean Brown, then Sean Byers at the time, during an interview with Dan Rathers in 1997. However, when she became pregnant, he tried to persuade her to keep it hushed for fear of tarnishing his reputation. Brown indicates an estimation of about $2,500,000 that he gave her in addition to weekly checks over the years until it was brought to court. She also said to the Daily Mail that when she first reported this, being raped by Cosby a decade ago, she said, "Nobody wanted to believe me then because it was the National Enquirer and they were talking about America's favorite father." And apparently it was all just a big joke to Cosby, based on a previous comedy album called It's True, It's True in 1969, where he laughs about drugging women's drinks with Spanish Fly. In the clip, pretending to be chatting with another guy, he says, "Well, there's this crazy girl, Mary. You put some in her drink, man. She, ha ha." In USA Today, they have the clip if you want to see it. It's called USA Today, Bill Cosby Jokes About Drugging Women, November 2014. Apparently, he also didn't care about trashing his own daughter either in 1989 as a trade-off story to the National Enquirer to protect his own hide. Again, in exchange for the newspaper keeping allegations about him under wraps. According to Fox News, when the paper contacted Cosby for comment on the story about him, the reporter says the comedian Bill Cosby offered them another one as a trade. And that story was about his 23-year-old daughter, Erin's, battles with drugs and alcohol. Desperate measures to keep one's personal life hidden. And with information like this, why hasn't he been arrested? It seems to go beyond the realms of innocent until proven guilty, because accountabilities for his actions seem a long time coming. Are we so starstruck by celebrities that we don't have to hold them accountable for drugging, allegedly drugging and raping women, Does being a celebrity make you immune to consequences that the rest of the world has to face? Would a regular civilian be getting the same treatment with these kinds of allegations and comment clips? I'm also struck by the hesitance or denial of people to believe the allegations. There seems to be this resistance to making the seemingly nice or well-liked person accountable for his actions. Because someone appears nice, it must be impossible for them not to be. It's as if a squeaky clean or wholesome portrayal of a character makes it hard for some people to separate the real person from the celebrity. Is it so far-fetched for someone to seem one way in public and another behind closed doors? Haven't we all experienced people in our lives that are this way? It's typical of abusers anyway to hide their true behaviors, so they're more likable. And I understand wanting to support someone you like, but there's a wealth of information that's been accumulated over many years by many people, including, in addition to the alleged victims, such as their friends, media, newspaper employees. This is screaming for justice to be served here. And what kind of society are we that we ignore someone saying they've been sexually assaulted in favor of the popular guy? Who's the popular guy, in this case Bill Cosby, because we like the person who's being accused of the crime. And his only comment on the matter is recently, backstage to Florida Today, was, a guy doesn't have to answer to innuendos. That's his comment. He's not denying the allegations or defending himself, but rather arrogantly seems to think he's above being accountable, that he doesn't have to answer to it. Is he above being accountable for any of this sick and abusive behavior? In the Daily News, Jewel Allison, alleged victim, summed it up nicely when she said, "We may be looking at America's greatest serial rapist that ever got away with this for the longest amount of time." She adds, "He got away with it because he was hiding behind the image of Cliff Huxtable. There's no such thing as America's dad. There's just a man named Bill Cosby. He's a very sick sociopath." She said this in USA Today, November. How much more information do we need to make people accountable for these kinds of barbarics? Rape crimes are becoming all too common and tolerated because situations like this set the bar for the next generations. And we can sit passively thinking things like this will never touch us or our loved ones, or we can support zero tolerance by keeping it in the public forefront until something is done. If you have any questions or comments about this or another topic, you can reach me at cherylpatterson.ca. I would love to hear from you.